Hey guys, welcome to the David Paul Seymour show. It's pretty fucking awesome that this is the second time I got a full band on, and these guys are somehow smart enough to add in like a robot, a person, so that like we had this nice like evenly distributed free grid of people. So hey, it's Elephant Tree guys. Say hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Hello. Hey, David.
Hello. Hey, how's it going? So does everybody want to sound off and just give an, hey, my name is, and this is what I play or do?
Okay. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm guitars, and I have the best hair in Elephantry.
Hey, I'm Pete. I'm the bass player, and I do backing vocals.
Excellent.
And main vocals.
Excellent.
All the vocals.
All the vocals.
I'm Sam. I do the drums, and I also stole most of Jack's hair.
You did. It's below his nose now.
I'm John. I play sort of guitars and synths and a little bit of backing vocals when I'm allowed.
Very cool.
Yeah, cheers for having us on, mate.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man. You guys are like blowing up all over the place, so I figured I'd try to grab you now before you're big stars and won't talk to me anymore.
Before our imminent demise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going all right. I mean, we've had a mad few weeks. The new record seems to have done really well.
Yeah, also.
Which is, it's great. It is great.
Yeah.
It's nice when people don't hate it.
Yeah.
It seems to be pretty well received. And
yeah. I mean, everybody I know has like been just talking. I had a couple of friends, including, my friend Tim from Planet of Doom. He's like, man, have you heard the new Elephant Tree? Have you heard the new Elephant Tree? And like, yeah, I have. And it's like, everybody's like, there was this like one day where everyone was like communicating like, oh, you should listen to that. Yeah, I'm listening to it.
Well, I mean, like, I think I'm just as excited about our Planet of Doom track. I think that's one of our best tracks we've ever written, to be honest.
I agree, man. I hate to say it just because, I don't want to sound like I'm biased, but like that's a pretty fucking good track, dude. And
I mean, we obviously we've not played it live yet or anything, so it's I listened to it the other day actually because Riley the producer was like, oh, have you listened to the Planet of Doom track again, because obviously we've got the new album out and you want to make sure that it still sounds as good as what's going on now. And yeah, it sounds, I mean, really happy with that one. I know, Pete, that's definitely one of your favorites as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, like just want people to hear it so much. But then I reckon if I see it like on screen and hear it with the animation, I'm just gonna be weeping.
So I mean, you guys obviously must be ecstatic about all the, the reviews and, what being number one on the Doom charts and, that whole thing. And it's like, it's nice. It's got to feel nice to get rewarded, and have people like your work, like you said, not only not hate you, but like kind of adore you a little bit. Like, you guys are kind of the cat's meow right there, as they say.
Oh, I think we've always been really lucky as a band in that sense. We always seem to have found ourselves in the right place, and we've been blessed with all the people that have been around us, including Riley, who's he's essentially he is a fifth member of the band, and it's kind of we always joke. It's kind of we're not we're not geniuses. We're not like clever or brilliant music. It's just happened in the right way. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. We're just very lucky in that sense. I think obviously we do work hard on it, and it is nice that it's gone down well.
Yeah.
But there's no secret potion, or maybe there is.
Yeah. So that's this time everybody take a drink.
Yeah, no, Doom charts #1. That's amazing because those guys know what they're talking about, that's nice.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, those guys usually are pretty on the mark most of the time, and I'd say 90. It's subjective, but to the person. But
of course,
yeah, they do such a great job, and I think that one was well deserved, man.
Especially in the sort of stoner and doom scene, people invest heavily in a good way. So it's kind of you're up against everyone really in terms of reviews. It's not just because the scene's so close and tight knit that everyone has an opinion, and that's a good thing. So it's kind of it made me nervous in that sense. I know it doesn't affect the other guys maybe as much, but I'm always worried.
Yeah, there seems like there's so many people that contribute to the votes on that thing, and like to get that many people to agree that you nailed it. I think when like that many people can agree on the fact that your guys' album's the best. You know what I mean? Out of all the other people, it's like I enjoyed listening to this more than anything else I listened to this month. You know what I mean? So
nice. That means a lot.
Yeah.
We'll have to make a new one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep it going, man, because
Well, that's the thing, because there's no gigs, probably till next year. So we'll probably have to just get on it and get some writing as soon as we can.
Yeah.
We're all in lockdown. I mean, as I'm sure you are, we're all in lockdown in our houses. We can't leave more than once a day. For exercise or to go to the essential shopping.
Yeah.
Like beers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. It's I don't know, man. Like there's some of our states here in the U.S. that are kind of kicking things back open for business, but so there's a lot of people who are unhappy about that situation that they're in one way, and there's a lot of people who are really unhappy that those people are just saying, hey, you know what, we don't fucking care about the rest of you guys or what all you guys else are doing. We're going to do this or that, and it's very specific, like pockets and groups of people who are, excuse me,
I mean, like you got, obviously America's so much bigger than the UK, so it's kind of, there's probably less opportunity to have large, like pockets, as you said, people going out. But I mean, I was out today and it's VE Day here, so people were out on the streets. I was walking out and there was people singing the national anthem all together, waving British flags, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, come on, it's literally a killer virus. You shouldn't need much more internet to stay in, but anyway, yeah.
No, and I get it for people. It's probably really tough to when those kind of moments come up. That feels so important, and you've been so invested in, maybe since you were a kid or whatever, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna sit this out. You know what I mean? I could imagine the tension, that people feel. This is so new, and just.
Yeah, I mean, it's no one knows what's going on. That's the problem, isn't it? Really. But hey, there'll be more gigs. But until then, we should probably do another album instead of waiting. What was it? 5, 6? Was it 4 years?
4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Was it really that long?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's mad.
Yeah. So the last album was on Magnetic Eye, right? And this one is on help me out with
Holy Roar.
Yeah. I forgot.
I think we just wanted someone like Magnetic Eye are great. Obviously, we do loads of stuff with them. We did the Day of Doom with them back in November, which was just a great day out in Brooklyn. And we also have Black Sabbath as well.
Yeah. The Redux album.
Yeah.
Is that out, or is that one that's in the works to come out?
It's in the works. We're meant to be recording, but COVID.
Oh yeah.
We were due to record just as the lockdown came in here. So we're sort of trying to figure out how to get in to do what we need to do.
Yeah. Fucking virus, man.
Yeah. It was literally that week.
Yeah.
That
we had the session booked. We went to the studio, had a look round, it was booked in, and literally the next day, 2 days later.
It was like 2 days after the guy rings us and says, I've got a cold or something, so I have to stay in. And then it got the day after that was just lockdown.
Oh, that bites.
Yeah.
What song are you guys doing? If you can tell me.
Paranoid.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do an absolute bastardized version of it.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. That's horrible.
It's proper slowed down.
We couldn't
People
do
dig
any
it
of the
though.
complicated ones, so it's like, fuck it, Paranoid.
I bet it's a big load of proper rubbish.
Yeah. You'll love it. You'll love it.
That was my British.
Yeah.
Rubbish, mate. Yeah.
Rubbish.
Oh mate, that was a good British accent. When we played Psycho Las Vegas, so we were in the lift and we chatted to these people, and they're like, "Oh, where in Australia are you from?"
That's Americans, man. We know our sense of international knowledge,
Well, I mean,
foreign language, geography.
have you ever been out to Psycho?
I actually went to Psycho when it was in California in the original days before they moved it to Las Vegas. I sort of just lost interest with the whole affair after that. It was a lot more intimate, and I thought cooler, and I thought the lineup was less varied. Like, it felt good when it was like in a certain lane, and like when you went out, like, hey, I maybe not heard of a few of these bands, but I know they're in the lane I'm into, and so like
it was pretty. It was amazing. I'd never even been. Well, I'd never been to America, and so Vegas for 5 days was the first experience of that. And, what was it? However long it was, felt like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So, it was a really cool festival. It was madness. It was just, I'd never experienced anything like that. It was, it broke us, like financially and physically. It was absolutely mental.
Right.
It was good.
It looks.
I also saw Windham was one of the best sets I've ever seen there. I don't know if you remember that, boys, but that was just an incredible moment, that for me.
Yeah, it looks like just total debauchery, as it should be, but it's like
it is. You like, when you get there, you're like, oh, imagine if it's like, such and such and such and such, like off the films, and like, and then it fucking is. It's just
like,
stupid.
Like a fucking pirate movie, like when
Yeah.
one night and raping and pillaging and
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
That's good. So you went to Brooklyn too, you said. That's cool.
The Day of Doom with Horse Hunter over there, Domcraft, and there's a bunch of good bands there. Yeah.
I had a moment for Horse Hunter. That was amazing. That was one of the best sets I've ever seen. They were just it was the last set, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, I think they said they were.
It was it. It was the last set.
They were taking a break for a while after Smash Forever. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a really good set.
Nice to, we saw, like, JJ was there from the Obelisk. It was nice to see him, and I'd never been to New York. Well, I'd not say we saw New York, but I'd never been to that area before, and it was nice getting to St. Vitus and seeing everything, because you hear so much about it.
Yeah.
It was good. Of
course, you guys had never met Mike. Had you met Mike before?
We hadn't actually met in person before, so it was like me and Mike and Jad, and beers were had.
Those are great guys, man. Mike and Jad are great guys.
Yeah.
I've actually never met them in person either, but I've done work for the label, and great guys. But
it was good. I mean, it was it was a shame we were just there for we flew in the night before at, like, I don't know, 12 at night, and then we were drinking in the bar till 4 a.m. and then we had sound check at 10 a.m. and then we flew back, and sorry, one sec.
Sure.
So
would have been nice to check out Times Square, and
I think
one sec. Someone's starting a Star Wars film.
It was great meeting them and great getting out there to play. I guess when we can get gigging again, we're gonna have to come back to the States. That'd be great.
Yeah, it would be. I'd love to see you guys play live.
Yeah.
So, speaking of playing live, are you guys gonna, is there a way to maybe do like a live stream performance? I mean, I see a lot of bands doing this now. I don't know how far removed you guys are, or if you guys are, you know, not getting together in the same room until this blows over, or what.
I think because we're all like so far apart, it's a bit difficult for us to all get to the same place.
Yeah.
So we've got some plans for doing some stuff for some more streams and stuff, but nothing performance wise yet. I don't think. We might do some little bits and pieces from the practice room once we can get back in there, but I think we're not going to hear about that for like at least another 2-3 weeks. So
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we can get out, you know, then we will, and then we'll have to do something like live stream, you know, because we can't not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to play my instrument really, really, really loud.
Yeah.
Like really loud.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like I've talked to some other bands, and it's like they're like, yeah, I miss the vol, you know, and they're talking about playing. It's like, I guess I don't realize like most bands have a proper space that they all go to, and that's where they could really like play at full stage volume, practice that way or whatever. You probably can't do that at home at your house. Most people can, I guess. So
No.
Not really,
Yeah.
no.
that sucks.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we've got a great little practice room in Manor House in London. We share with a few other bands, and it's just, yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Play really loud, drink some beers. You know, I mean, you can do that here, but without the playing out.
Yeah. Yeah, if I was there, I would just do the drinking the beer part, like watch you guys.
Yeah, I can see you got a guitar. Do you play?
Yeah, I used to. I don't that much. I work like 12-hour days drawing, so it's like anytime I can steal a break and just noodle around, I do. But
Yeah.
It's been since probably 1999 or 2000 since I was in a band.
Okay.
Whoa.
What was the name of the band?
Well, the last band that we kind of broke up on was a band called the Mercy Machine. Before that, we were in a band called Revision A, my wife and I, and two other guys. But yeah, there's really nothing out there on the internet. This is very like way before, you know, smartphones and YouTube,
Yeah.
even the internet. I mean, like when we were in those bands, there wasn't even really like an internet. You know what I mean? It was it's really long time ago, man.
So were you always drawing as such, or did that, you know, has that always been your your main profession? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say main profession, but definitely my interests. You know, started drawing probably whenever I could pick up a pencil. I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean, I've been doing it professionally for almost 12 years, but I've been drawing forever. I mean, even when we were back in those bands in the 90s, I was, you know, would do like flyers and posters and CD covers and cassette covers and artwork for my band and my friends' bands, and you know, a lot of stuff around the scene I was in back home. You know,
Well, do you reckon your art comes out of the scene, or is it like, were you into certain artists that inspired you? Because you got a very, you know, your style is, you know, the David Paul Seymour artwork or album design, because you've got that distinct sort of style. Was that like something that came about because of the music, or was that because you were into a certain, I don't know anything about art really, so was it like a genre of art, or?
kind of both, man. I mean, I appreciate that. I like how you flipped it around. Now you're interviewing me.
Yeah. The Jack Townley show now.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. Like I've always liked had you know, a pocket of artists that I admired and kind of borrowed things from when I was younger and building my own style and whatever, you know. But I really got into what I'm doing because of the love for the music and the specific kind of music. My background's actually in architecture, so I spent over 20 years working in architecture firms, and about 12 years ago, I started drawing on the side just for fun, just giving designs away for shirts and whatever. I told my wife, like, oh, this would be fun, you know. Some guys go play golf or they do whatever for a hobby or whatever, and I'm like, you know, I love to draw, so. But anyway, I got some things going, and you know, was basically giving artwork away, and then at some point I started making a little money at it, and next thing you know, like I kind of doubled our income. And then I got laid off from architecture. Is a really fickle job when the economy goes up and down, and so you get laid off quite a bit. But I got laid off. My wife was like, I think you ought to do this drawing thing, man. Like,
Nice.
I could see you're just about to like jump out of the window, you know what I mean, and end it all if you stay sitting in a cubicle at an office much longer. So I did, and it's worked out pretty well.
Good advice. Good advice from the wife, though.
Yeah, I was really lucky. I really thought she was going to put me back on the street. But so, how about you guys? How'd you meet? How'd you get started with Elephant Tree? And you know,
we'll let Sam tell you that one, because we won't listen to Pete because he's full of shit. He doesn't remember it properly.
Completely wrong. Don't listen to him.
So me and Jack used to work together at like a post-production studio, and I was there on a placement year, so I was just about to leave, and then decided that I wasn't going to go back to university, and I would try and live in London again because it's really cheap and easy to do. So me and Jack were chatting one day, and we were like, "Oh, we'll start a band because we're bored." And Jack was like, "Oh, what do you play?" So I was like, "Oh, guitar." And then Jack was like, "Oh, I play guitar as well." So we decided that Jack would do bass and I would do drums because neither of us played those instruments, and we would just start from scratch. And then we met Pete outside of a bar, Crowbar, and one of my mates was trying to buy this really dodgy guy came up and was trying to sell weed to us.
Amsterdam weed, he was saying.
Yeah, and but it was like clearly some kind of herb. So we were having this huge argument between us of like what he was trying to sell us. So it was like, "Oh no, it's basil," and then someone else was like, "No, it's rosemary."
It was rosemary.
It was rosemary, and then we just tapped Pete on the shoulder and was like, "Oh mate, is this basil or rosemary that he's trying to sell?" And Pete was like, "Oh, it's rosemary, you idiots." And then we got chatting, and then invited him to a jam session, and then
he didn't remember this.
Pete didn't even remember who Jack was or where he was supposed to be going or what for, and he got a text message.
He was too high on basil.
Man, I remember it so differently. I
You
remember.
don't remember that night, full stop. You thought it was
I remember meeting Sam, but like I thought because I went to an gig, and then I met like these two and was like, "Oh, it's those guys you are."
No, because you were angry at me because I'd shaved my head, and you just like, "No, man, no, you shaved your head, man."
And then then I thought it was after that, got the text, and it's just like, who the hell is this? And it's like meeting at the practice room at like 3 or something. I'm like, cool, all right. And it was like, I wonder if it is them. And yeah, it was, luckily. So that's all good. And they had a tune already written, Attack the Altiker. And so it was like, right, I best get learning this. And then recorded me and put down vocals. And then it's like, oh, we sound pretty good harmonizing together. So like, yeah.
Wow. That's fucking hilarious, man. You were trying to sell them fucking herbs, man. That is the greatest fucking band meeting story ever. Wow. Yeah. I love how you guys call it herb and basil.
Basil, rosemary.
Rosemary, yeah.
Herb.
What was the other one I like? I can't think of it now. Shit.
Aluminium?
Oh, no.
Zucchini, whatever. You say everything wrong.
Oh, I know. No, I completely agree. There's ones that are fucked up. And we don't use the metric system. No, I was gonna say, like, the guitar player for Joy Division was like that guy's name is, so like here we'd say Bernard, and you guys say Bernard.
Bernard.
Bernie.
Yeah, that whole story sounds like a fucking Ollie G skit. Like, you guys know who that is?
Yeah,
man.
Baron Cohen.
Was he big there?
Yeah. That was like he started off on sort of UK TV, doing Ali G, Borat, he had a few other characters as well. And you know, that's prime British comedy for me. That's class. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
Especially all the early Borat skits are just fantastic. When he goes to like learn how to play cricket, and there's one where he goes, what was it? He goes to some American etiquette dinner etiquette thing.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic.
Yeah. I don't want to turn it any way political, but if you ever get a chance, watch the one where he interviews Donald Trump, and we'll just
where he sells him ice cream gloves.
Yeah, ice cream gloves.
Yeah.
To keep it moving right past that, though.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. No, it was like John Cleese from Faulty Towers, and then right to Borat. Those are like the two. Well, no, the Blackadder stuff and like all the.
Yeah, there's so much. Have you seen Faulty Towers and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, Faulty Towers is like my favorite fucking show. Like,
it's one of my favorites as well. Only Fools and Horses.
What's that?
Only Fools and Horses.
Is that one of the episodes or another show?
No, that's another one you need to watch.
Oh, okay.
Pete's good on these. Pete, you've got all of them. Bottom. You know,
you got Bottom, you got Young Ones, you got Red Dwarf.
Young Ones, I forgot about that. Yes,
the Young Ones is wicked, man.
Yeah. They used to show that here in the States on Sunday nights. They would have on MTV. They would have, that was back when MTV in the 80s and 90s, where, they actually showed music. Like, it wasn't just I don't know, ridiculous game shows and reality stuff. It's actually music, but they had the Young Ones would come on Sunday nights, and like me and my friends would get together and watch that, because it was on kind of late, and then they all had to scramble home, get ready for school the next day. But that was a fucking great show.
I didn't have MTV until it was pretty much all shit. So unfortunately, I don't remember that era.
Oh man, that was a great era. I remember my parents would they went to this couple they were friends with. They'd go over there every Friday night, and it would really have sucked if it wasn't. They were the only people that I knew in the whole, like, anybody that I knew that had MTV, and that was like at the very beginning, and it was just music. And for the first year, I think there was even no commercials. It was just like
amazing,
just video after video, you know.
Yeah.
And there was on so much that they literally only had so many videos. Like, you'd watch it for like 3 or 4 hours, and they'd cycle back around the same ones. But it was like, oh, it was fucking amazing, man. I'd just sit there, and then my parents would be like, all right, it's time to go. We're going home. My dad would be loaded, you know, and be like, no, man, I want to stay here and watch MTV. They're like, you can't stay at these people's house. Get in the car.
By the time I got there, it was all newlyweds and cribs.
Cribs. Oh, man. Real world.
Yo, welcome to my crib.
Yeah.
Fast forward, reverse, fast forward.
Yeah. Horrible.
Sounds like you really enjoyed that one, John.
Yeah. You guys are young babies, so, like, you know, I imagine you have no idea the era.
No, I was born 89.
Huh?
89 I was born.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're young. Really.
So I just had the shit.
Yeah.
I was born in 79.
Okay.
So, like, I'm 10 years older than these guys, or 13 years older than Johnny, I think.
Yeah.
He's where we get all our wisdom from.
Oh, yeah. Johnny, you're graduating high school this year, right?
Yeah. Well, if I study, fair enough.
Study hard. These guys need you. They need you out on the road.
It's true.
I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, what's the plans for the future? Hey, I'm gonna say it right now, because, like, I don't know. I guess I've been dodging a bullet with this Zoom thing, taking it to its limits. It's telling me I have 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Seconds to upgrade.
You got 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, you see it too?
Yeah.
I've just seen it now, though.
Sometimes it just extends it, though, doesn't it? It has been extending it sometimes.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know if it's just gonna like. I know it's not gonna stop the session, but
It'll boot us. It'll boot us off.
I want it. No, I don't know if it'll do that. But what I'm thinking is it might stop the recording.
Yeah, maybe. Future. I mean, get the. Once we're over this COVID thing, get touring. We had some amazing tours lined up this year. So that was a real shame to lose those. Especially when we just brought. I mean, it's all relative. But it was a shame to lose a load of tours and gigs and festivals. We had Freak Valley lined up. It's looking like a really good year, but it's the same for everyone. So you can't really go on about it too much. But as soon as it's all over, get back out, do some more tours. We had a tour with Elder lined up for the end of the year, and that's gone. It's so probably. I mean, realistically, with what's happening currently, it'll be a new album. That'll be or a new EP, something recorded.
We've never really made a plan. We've just always just sort of gone with the flow and just like, right, let's do this, and then stuff comes your way. It's like, hey, all right, yeah, cool, we'll do that. It's like some people have a 5-year game plan, whatever. It's like, we have to be here, we have to be doing this by then, blah 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 blah. But we're like, yeah, cool, man.
You're not Elon Musk, man, or something like that. So. I think it's working for whatever you guys are doing. It's clearly working. So.
No, we appreciate the support, mate. It's means a lot. It's we're just very lucky, very lucky.
Yeah, well, I think you guys have made your own luck. You guys obviously have worked really hard at what you're doing, crafting your sound, and you guys write incredible stuff. The new album is fucking awesome. So I don't know.
Wait till they all hear the Planet of Doom track, because that's.
I know, man. I'm really stoked for that. That's
really
cool, and I'm glad that I'm getting to do a little artwork on it as well. So.
Oh, happy.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, man. It's a cool place where, like, the work I'm doing hands off to Adam Burke's section. It's going to be like a really neat handoff kind of thing. It's really cool.
Nice, man. Oh, everything that's been shown so far, all the teasers and the intro you shared as well, and it looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It is. I owe a lot to Tim, our animator and director, man. He's really been just killing it.
I'm cautious of the timer. I don't want it to just kick us off.
I know, I am too.
I've just noticed Jack's name is Rosie.
That's my evening name.
Your evening name?
Yeah. I'm on my girlfriend's laptop.
It's recording, by the way.
Well, David. Well. I'm assuming you can edit this, Sam.
Well, or he can edit it.
I don't know how do you reckon he wants us to sign off?
I don't know. He just said perfect.
Well, cheers, David. Luck was against us. We ran out of time. Appreciate the support, and we're all looking forward to the Planet of Doom. So yeah, we're just thanks for having us, and cheers for everyone's support with the new album as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone.
Cheers, David.
Yeah, nice one.
Nice one. And cheers,
everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.